Doc, with all the talk about load management and fines because of Kawhi and everything, how have you kept that from not being the talk of the town, not the talk of the town, but in your locker room? And also, speaking of Kawhi, how bad do you think he really wants to get off tonight against this team?
I don't know the second one. I'm hoping badly. I hope he plays great. We don't ever talk about it, to be honest, as a group. The team. I don't think anyone ever. I've not heard one player, so it's not a big conversation for us. So that's probably how we handle it. But it isn't. It's rare that you hear another player. No one actually talks about it. We just go and play.
I know Leonard told a lot of these guys the other day that this game was just kind of another game. You being around him as much as you are, do you see him, being emotional for this at all? Being any more up for this than any other game?
No, I don't know. I think every player, no matter if you're the best player or the worst player, when you play your ex-team, and even if you left on the best of terms, worst of terms, doesn't matter. You want to do well, and just like the team who's playing against you, they want to do well against you. So that's just normal stuff, really. They have he has a different bond though with them than, when you have he danced in the locker room, that's a rarity that you have an opportunity to do that with guys. And so that group, whoever was on that team, I always say that's like a blood transfusion. You'll be connected for the rest of your life with that team and with that city, no matter where you go or what you do. It's just the way it is.
Have you noticed any change in his demeanor or anything?
Have you ever noticed any change in his demeanor? No. Well, neither have I. No.
Even without Kawhi, they've obviously done very well without him. What have you made of Siakam's? Obviously, he made a big leap last year, but even this year, what have you made of his game?
He's terrific. He's a good player. He was a great player last year that no one talked about. Now they notice that he's a good player, and they're a confident team. It's I always call it the championship rub. You win a title, you can lose 5 guys. The year after we lost Kevin Garnett in the middle of the year, we were a game from the Eastern Finals. The guys still, they can believe they can win because they have won. They know how to win together, and so you see them playing that way as a group. You can't break that though. Like, it's funny when teams win it, they can be down 20. You're not going to break their confidence, and you just have to, keep fighting against teams like that. And that's what they did it last night. They were down, and the next thing you know, they won. So that's what you see when you watch them play.
Just looking for a Paul George update. Will we see him in Houston?
You
Not
may,
courtside in a suit, but actually suiting up.
I don't know yet. Honestly, we've been thinking about Toronto more right now. So.
Coach over here, can you talk about the challenge that Fred VanVleet is going to present for the guards? He's been, playing pretty well this season. He had a great game last night.
He's just a tough little dude, just tough. Wichita State guys, to me, tend to turn out that way. Mentally tough, very serious about winning and the game. It just seems like that's the makeup from that program. And he brings that. I love his swag, his toughness, his composure. He's a fun guy to watch.
Doc, this is a little obscure, I suppose. They were here last night. They're here, obviously, playing you guys tonight. Atlanta will do it next weekend. Teams are going to do this all year as the league has tried to cut down on travel miles. Yeah. You were once an Eastern Conference coach. Would you like that? And even if you're running into 2 teams that are considered favorites?
Yeah, it depends on the nights. I'm trying to say this the right way. I don't know if I want to be on the off nights in LA on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday games, where you play Sunday. I don't think I want that. I'm half joking. I'm half serious on that. But I think it's nice. We're doing it this year in New York. I think we're actually there for 5 days, which is a little. That's very scary. It is. But it does. I've always said it. Like, I don't. For years, I would say when we come to LA, why do we have to come back again? Can't we just get it over with now? And the league has done a very good job of doing that, and I think it's been good.
Would the quality of the teams that are here affect how much you liked or didn't like it? Does it matter that
No, you're gonna listen. You're gonna play them eventually. If they're both quality teams, they're probably gonna be both quality teams. At least you would feel like you would have more rest, with not the extra travel coming back. So I think it's a good thing, But there are coaches who don't like it. I can say that as well. So I like it. I think it's a good thing.
Doc, yesterday, you and some of the guys went to Fresno State to celebrate Paul George's jersey retirement. Did you guys surprise him with that? Did he know? And
No, he
what
did
was that
not
like?
know. It was great. It was really cool. He did not know. We walked in, and he was shocked to see us because we had just finished practicing. So it was a really cool thing. Great for Paul, and his family. And so I really enjoyed it. From Paul, I don't know if Paul is that emotional. Our two guys, I don't think you're going to see a lot out of that in that way, but inner tears for sure.
Doc, Zoo and Trez have both been kind of having career years in terms of development. Is there ever any thought given to putting them on the floor at the same time together?
Oh, yeah, we talk about it a lot. We haven't done it, but we absolutely talk about it.
Going back to Paul for a second, you said this summer you were really excited about the prospect of building rapport with him, establishing that relationship. Now that he's getting close, where do things stand? How has that developed?
Well, it's going to develop. It's just different from when you're not playing for a guy and then when you're actually playing in games. You get yelled at sometimes more when you're actually playing in games. You're pretty scot-free when you're just a practice guy. But he's going to be easy. He's very like us, like tough, really serious about the game. The things you don't know, you're learning that about him. Really studies the game, extremely serious about it. Wants to, knows everything about every team. His IQ has been just talking to him, refresh. I mean, it's just the things you don't know about him. So I can't imagine that being a bad thing.
How did you guys get up to the ceremony for Paul?
We got a lift from Steve. Yeah. My plane was broke.
Yesterday the Raptors shorthanded came and rallied and got the Lakers. Does that kind of get your guys' attention at all, or
the Raptors should get your attention? I think no matter who you play, they should have your attention, honestly. And if you're not humble enough or respect the team you're playing enough in this league, you're gonna lose anyway. Humility is so important in this league. When you start thinking you're better than whatever, and you show up to play an NBA game, just show up, you're going to lose. Sometimes you can show up and still lose, So I just think the name, the Raptors, and their history should get you up anyway.
Is a team like that dangerous when they have a bunch of guys kind of really trying to prove their mark in the NBA?
Yeah, I think they're dangerous anyway, But clearly when you have the wounded dog theory, never wounded cat, I don't understand, but maybe they have more lives. But wounded dog theory is, it's somewhat true. So, yeah, they're dangerous. I think they proved that last night, for sure. All right, guys, thank you.